Hi, Eliana here on the road to Santa Lucia, and I want to share a little known secret, a well disguised secret to help us thrive through uncertainty, and something that can also help with ancestral healing. You know, it's now mid-February, and we're getting to Valentine's Day, so I thought it would be nice for your own self-healing and well-being, to be really kind to yourself. And perhaps you've made a resolution at the beginning of the year, did you? Let me know below. And how's it going? How are you showing up for it? So many times what we do is at the beginning of the year we make a resolution and our resolutions, and then we don't follow through. Why is that? It has to do with how to thrive through uncertainty. One of the fundamental reasons is because when we go to take steps, then the residual resistance and reactions and resistances come, and feelings come up out of the unconscious. And we human beings don't really like to be uncomfortable, but a main secret of thriving through uncertainty is to be willing to go out of your comfort zone, to learn to be outside of your comfort zone and to get comfortable with it. And hey, Sam, great to see you, and happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. So getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, and when we don't do that, it stops us dead in our tracks. Like, just think about whatever you said you want at the beginning of the year, or wherever you're living, or whatever stage of life you're in. I know in our community there's so many people who are in the midst of change, and there's so much uncertainty today. Not that there is not uncertainty in other days, but it's more and more extreme that we see it. And if you are not practicing or have forgotten this secret, you may find yourself reacting. If you are watching the news or you're on social media, just extremes one way and the other abound. But that's not your voice. That's outer voices that reflect inner voices that are there. But when we don't stop long enough to listen to them and allow for the silt to come up, we never move forward, and we stay always in that, the circle of victimy, the reaction, action, reaction, action, reaction, action, reaction, until we are willing to go out of that habitual response. And that habitual response requires being willing to get out of your comfort zone. And one way to get out of your comfort zone is just get up and do something different. That is absolutely what I'm doing this morning. Look at where I am. I've never been here before. Like the almond blossoms and almond trees. It's so beautiful. Hold on. They're blossoming. I'm like, roosters. Free-range roosters. I have been, what I've been doing this year because of what I just shared, what I chose to choose as my focus this year is just one day at a time to show up the best that I can, meaning the most me, the most real. And um, this is the second year that I'm living in Portugal, and it's beyond the moving. Last year was moving, and there was so much just getting, household set up and just the bureaucratic things that you go through when you immigrate. And now this year, it's like I'm living here. And it really disrupted business, meaning it's not business as usual. And I do not feel like doing business like I did in the United States. It doesn't fit me anymore. My business has always been based online, and I'm so grateful for that because it means that our community is all over the world, and without internet, God bless the internet, wouldn't be able to be connected in this way. Like Sam's in Australia. We're in 5 continents. It's so wonderful. On the other hand, I'm living in like slow life, like, chickens and roosters, and it's, a very more traditional life. And I'm going to keep walking. Let's see what's around the corner. So, there's a truck coming by. When you're willing to go out of your comfort zone, look what blooms. Look at this tree. There are like so many almond blossoms, and there are bees buzzing, pollinating. It's really quite beautiful. And I don't intend to continue what I did in the past because it doesn't feel good to me. It's exhausting. And I've been there, done that. And maybe you notice that about yourself. The way that you've done things doesn't work anymore. I'm in my mid-60s, and I'm starting all over again. And life is so good. It's very simple. And what I've learned about thriving through uncertainty is to ask question. That's why you'll find there's the poll in the group. I'm going to repost it again more clearly. Sent it out to the newsletter and the newsletter community, and I'm so appreciative of the responses coming back because we're a community. None of us is solo. And so that requires asking, and then the really important secret is the listening for the response. And here's where the uncertainty comes in again. It's like when you don't get responses back immediately, there's like a lag period. There's a space, and it's in the silence that we can go more deeply. But that brings up the second secret to thriving through uncertainty that I've learned, and I'm learning at a much deeper level right now, and that is just being in the present. That has so much to do, if you're interested in ancestral healing, being in the present is the most important way that you can heal the past. Hold on, here comes a big truck. This must be where before I was walking on a dirt road. It was so beautiful through the countryside, but I guess all the trucks go through there. Ancestral healing connotes past, right? We're all part of a chain, cycles. But going back to the past and looking at the rearview mirror just brings more of the past. I know that's not a popular notion, not at all. But when we take the time to stop and connect and listen, we learn a lot. But it requires also going out of the comfort zone, because we don't know. If they say the ticket to hell is, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. If you want a different reality, you want a different result, you have to show up differently, or not show up differently. Be present. Present is all there is. Past is done, forward hasn't happened yet, and those really don't exist anyway. It's all a story. And I'm just reminding you what you already know. But where it's finding me today that is motivating me to share is that this morning I've been swimming every day, and swimming is really helping me become more and more present, just with the breathing, and not swimming, but letting the water swim me. I don't know how to describe it. And this morning, I didn't feel like going swimming. And the inner voice, like just stopping and listening, and not having answers yet of what I want, like what really motivates me. When in doubt, don't. But it's not running away. It's listening more deeply. And the inner voice said, well, go for a walk. Go to Santa Lucia. Why? I don't know. Just go, because it feels fun. And trusting that and having the courage to act upon it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm walking to Santa Lucia. And while I'm walking, it's like the clarity is coming of, what I would love. And it's like time for simplification. And I've asked questions in the poll, what are you wanting? What's important to you? Because the offers for this year are going to be really, really simple. Really simple. But I care about going deep. I care about having fun, being in flow. If it's not fun and in flow, I'm not doing it. That doesn't mean staying on the surface, which is very common, I notice, in spiritual circles, that the fun or the flow, but the minute that we go deeper and the shit hits the fan, then we run away or react. Over the years, just seeing that with clients and students it's time to face that. There's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. It's really that there's a lot right. When you have the discomfort come up, it's that, and this is where the ancestral healing comes in, it's the past programming that comes up, that we've all been programmed, and we've programmed our own minds, that comes up when we go to change, because ego does, it's there to keep us safe. It's there to keep us in the habit. That's critical mind. That's critical voice. It's always there running. That's ego. But who are you? Are you your mind? Or are you the one who is observing or listening? And how well are you listening to yourself? Or are you reacting to, trigger du jour, du moment, right? So looking around here, I have zero idea where I am. I'm just walking. I'm in some neighborhood of Santa Lucia, but I know intuitively if I keep walking straight, eventually there's going to be a street, and we're going to get to the water. And it's just really lovely here. Santa Lucia is known as the octopus capital of the Algarve, or potentially Portugal. And you'll see on the road when we get there, if it's close enough, there are all these, they have art on buildings, they have big octopi, do you say? You know, octopuses, because that's their thing. Here, what you're seeing, this is very, very typical Portuguese village. This is a fishing village. You want to buy a fixer-upper? Voila. Let's see what's in here. You want to see? This is a store. I don't know whether you can see it. I love exploring. What's so beautiful, here are 3 things that are beautiful about going out of your comfort zone. 1, beyond the discomfort, you get to discover something new. Number 2, it's usually so much better than what your comfort zone keeps you in. Number 3, there's space for innovation, for solution to come in. So one little exercise that I'd like to give to you today is to, whatever you're doing, wherever you are, go take a moment at some point in the day to do something different. Okay? It could be as simple as you're going to the supermarket and you drive home in a certain way, but instead of turning right, turn left home. And you will learn to thrive through the uncertainty, and you'll be out of your comfort zone because you won't know, but it doesn't have to be a big deal. And then just see what happens. And stay in the present moment. It's really, really simple. And let me know. Let me know what happens. Very curious. So that's it. And I would really appreciate your input. You're taking a minute to answer the poll, because your voice really makes a difference in how Voices of Eden works. So I'm taking the time to listen to myself. I'm taking the time to listen to you, and trusting the uncertainty that I trust that there's a sweet spot there. I don't know what it is yet, and I'm listening, and then I'm taking action, and I'm turning left instead of right, doing exactly what I'm inviting you to do. And together we are co-creating good Eden. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And when you do, I have a gift for you, a music meditation that's not available anywhere else. Love is Blooming, that can help you to reconnect to your center when you're feeling off center, and reconnect to your center when you're amidst uncertainty. Ooh, look at this. Never seen this before. It's like a little square. Isn't that beautiful? So, hold on. Shall I wait? Do you want to see the, this is so typical. Whoop! Bom dia. Just, a man out on the street. Here's we're gonna get to the, we're going to get to the river or ocean here. I see a street in front of me. Oh, we could... Oh, voila. There's a cafe. There are cafes at like every corner. Food is a thing here. If you've noticed on my personal profile over the last several weeks, I've noticed on Sundays same thing, to thrive through uncertainty. I just go out and I get lost. I don't even know where I'm going to go, but that's the exercise. And then I discover some really cool food that I share. And I noticed that there are all these pictures on my profile of all these wonderful foods. And, oh, look at this. Here, these are azulejos. See? This very, very traditional Algarve. Here's blue and white's the traditional color. Isn't that beautiful? It keeps the insulation in, and because the paint is very expensive. This typical, it's now about noon, so the people you're seeing are taking a coffee break, because you take a coffee break about 6 times a day. They're not big cups of coffee, teeny bika called, and it's really an excuse to just meet your friends, because productivity is not a thing here. and getting things done is not priority, and relationships are priority, community is priority. I really, really love that. And here in front of me, here's the water. And the waterfront, you'll see it's really beautiful. All the fishing boats. And I will find me a cafe to sit down and have a pica. Just very, very quiet, peaceful. Look at all the birds. It's like a natural estuary. There are so many birds and pelicans and you name it. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to hearing from you, both on the poll and what you're discovering as you practice the exercise to just do something different. Because when you do, you're showing up, like your ancestry is connected to, generations that have come and gone, but we're all connected in this wide web of life where there is no past future. So when you shift, when you respond to the critical voice by connecting more deeply and listening rather than reacting, allowing it to be there, it has an impact on the whole, and that is healing. And I really, really appreciate you, and appreciate your listening and watching, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Bye.